Good evening to you all. This is Kumar Swami Mahavidyalaya Ausa organizing daily international conferences. Prashant Ugade sir, you can introduce today's resource person. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes. So, very good evening to you all. Sri Kumaraswamy Mahavidyalaya Avsa, District Latur in Maharashtra State is organized an internationally conference. It's a daily webinar series. For today's session on the dais is Honorable Keynote Speaker Anand ma'am. I heartily welcome to you, madam, for the dais.
Thank you, sir.
I welcome the chief organizer of an international conference, Honorable Dr. M M Betkar sir. I also welcome to all those dear attendees. The topic for today's presentation is Yoga, a spiritual practice, which is going to express her view about the topic. As I have mentioned, today's keynote speaker, Anand madam. She is a founder of Anuyog from Mumbai, Maharashtra. So with this brief introduction, now I request you, madam, please start your presentation on the topic Yoga, a spiritual practice. Kind request, give some details more from your side and then start. Please welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prashant sir. Thank you, Betkar sir. Thank you for your introduction. So I am the founder of Anuyog. I conduct corporate yoga sessions as well. And as far as presentation is concerned, I am only here to talk. I have not prepared any presentation, but throughout this, I will be talking, and I believe that that will be enough. And if you need further, if you have any inquiries, then you can connect with me for further question and answer round. So today's topic, as you have very beautifully explained, is yoga, a spiritual journey. So, so far, I think this is the first time I will be talking about the spiritual journey thing. So far, I have been talking about yoga as an alternative medicine and therapy, because I see that yoga has potential to heal people, and I have seen transformations in people's life. Now we are talking about this, very insightful thing that I myself have experienced during my yoga classes, regular yoga classes, the transformations and the journey of self-discovery or spirituality in people's life, in my client's life. So that made me more aware and well informed about this topic. Okay. So firstly, we all know what yoga is. Whenever we talk about yoga, what happens? We say yoga is connection of mind, body, and soul, and spirituality. We connect it with spirituality, right? So this is a common definition by now everyone. If you ask anyone, I think, do you have better, in a layman term, do you have better answer for than this? Everybody can speak about yoga, that yoga is a combination of mind, body, and soul, without understanding what exactly it is. So when we talk about spirituality, most of the people connect it with the religious belief, which is very, very untrue. When we talk about spirituality, it is about delving within ourselves and knowing ourselves. So that's what yoga teaches you. For an instance, if I tell you, please, someone wants to ask some question, I think. Huzaif Ali. Yes, please, you may ask. Is that right, sir?
No, madam, please you continue the lecture first. After your lecture, they will ask. Please continue.
Okay. I thought in between if there is any confusion. Okay, so I am audible, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. So all your answers will be given at the end. So just have some patience right now. We are talking about spiritual journey yoga. So yoga is the journey to the self, and that is your spiritual journey. That's the simplest answer that I can give you. And that's the simplest definition that you need to know. No very, very fancy words, not very, words that go into deep and very complicated terms, technical terms that would be hard to understand. So the spiritual journey means journey to yourself, delve within yourself, know yourself. That's the journey of yourself, learning about yourself, understanding about yourself, understanding about your emotions and behavior, and then transforming yourself and becoming the better version of yourself is your spiritual journey. And that's what yoga teaches you. Got it? So the spiritualism where we connect yoga. When we talk about yoga, yoga is a combination of mind, body, and soul. We understand that in layman terms. When we talk about yoga, we understand that this is just a physical exercise. I really get disappointed when people talk about yoga as an exercise or just connect it with the weight loss, or sometimes when doctor advise them to reach out to us, to the yoga teachers, So yoga is not just meant for the physical exercise or weight loss and to cure your or heal your physical ailments. Of course, that's the plus point. That's the bonus that we get. But other than that, it should be connecting to the self-discovery, the path of self-discovery, and that is known as your spiritual journey. So you all know that it's an ancient science. We don't know, like maybe 2000, 3000, or maybe thousands of years of old science it is. Maybe it is, I believe it is a science, art, therapy, everything, and way of life. So the strongest evidence that was found and scriptures was found about yoga was in Indus Valley civilization. We all know that Indus Valley civilization is or was the most civilized civilization so far, right? So some statues, some scriptures that suggested that it was not today, like not today that we practice it. Some of you practice, some of you buy the idea of doing yoga, some of you totally decline. Okay, it is very slow, it is boring. It is not that way. Those days, it was accepted and it was part of their life. And now you understand the beauty. So when they dig into it, they found, so this civilization has no history of violence, no wars, no bloodshed. Because then they related it with something. They had to resonate it with something that why, how. I mean, if you go back to history, when we were early man, there was struggle, there was bloodshed, there was violence. Even today, there is a violence when we claim to be the best version of, we are the most advanced version. We have AI, we have this, we are so advanced in science and we have discovered everything. That kind of arrogance we have. But still today, we human have not achieved such spirituality or such level of spirituality where we can understand the simple thing that violence is not required. Violence can never solve the problems. It never gives you power. It never gives you authority. No progressive society should have violence. But those days, in Indus Valley civilization, there were good 2,000-3,000 years of civilization and there was not a single war. There was no bloodshed, no violence. Why? So they related it with the yoga and meditation. So it was part of life. And they achieved such level of consciousness, such level of spirituality that they believed, they understood that there is no need of violence on this earth. So they were leading a very progressive, happy, peaceful, and life with tranquility. So that was the beauty. That is the essence. So a very famous quote here I would like to indicate. It was from Dalai Lama. So where he say, it is very popular. You must have heard, or many of you must have heard, or if not, then it was about if every 9-year child throughout the world have been taught yoga or start practicing yoga and pranayam, there will be no violence, no blood shed on the earth. Okay, so some of you might have heard this, some of you haven't. But yes, such a learned man, when he say, it has a deep meaning, a profound meaning that you have to understand, that it gives you a path to spirituality. It's not just the physical and mental well-being. It gives you the path of spirituality, and you reaches to the level where you understand yourself, you understand who and what your purpose in life is. Okay, now how yoga take you to the path of spirituality, let's understand. So when you do yoga, simple yoga practice, because see, I have experienced it myself, so I can relate it with it well, and I can tell you how. When I practice yoga, for an instance, when I do shirshasana, okay, shirshasana, you all know, headstand, where you put your head down and legs up. So it is one of the most advanced asanas in the world. Okay, so when I try to hold in shirshasana for that moment, for that instance, I can't think of anything in the world. I totally have to be present in that moment. I have to be mindful. If I won't be, even for a fraction of second, I start looking here and there and thinking anything else, that if, okay, someone is at the door, I have to open the door, or I have to clean the dust, like we all women or we all human think, or I have a deadline to meet. Like, see, mind is like wild horses. Even at the moment when you are listening to me, you're thinking 10 other things, right or not? Please show thumbs up if you agree with me. If not, that's okay. So, right, Dr. Betkar said yes, right. So the thing is that, like, we keep on thinking we cannot be present in the moment. For an instance, that's all it is about the human life. That's a very sad part, that we cannot be at peace. We cannot be present at the moment. We cannot be mindful. But when I practice yoga, there is no other option. I have to be there at that moment. Even for the fraction of second, I lose it. I just fall it. So what I do, I just focus. Honestly, I can't think of anything else when I practice yoga. And when I connect it with the breathing pattern, the breath work, the pranayama, there's not a single thought can come over my mind. So that is the only moment in my life when I don't think of anything else, and I be present in the moment, and I become mindful. So that was the smallest example. Okay, so when I do pranayam, I again focus on my breath. I keep on counting, and with practice, with years of practice, I have learned to control over my thoughts, because I am, even now, if I just demonstrate one pranayam to you all, and I'll tell you to focus. Okay, so there is this simple Nadi Shodhan pranayam where we follow 1-4-2, where you are supposed to inhale for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 16, and exhale in 8 seconds. That's the science that we follow. That's the math we do when we do. So when you start inhaling, exhaling, and focusing on your breath, there is no chance that you will think of anything else, right? So that's how yoga is teaching you to be mindful, to present in the moment. Whereas nothing, no activity in the world, no activity, even when you devote yourself or doing any rituals at home, any puja, any prayers, even when you do, just tell me honestly, how many of you can devote totally yourself to that moment? You are totally devoted. No other thoughts comes by in your mind. It's not possible. It's practically impossible. But then comes this ancient practice, yoga and mindfulness and breath work and pranayam, that teaches me to just be present in the moment. Okay, so at that moment, I observe my thoughts. I learn to connect myself, and I delve within myself. I understand the emotions of I am going through, my behavior, my mental state. And then I start connecting with that. I resonate with that. And wherever there is a room for improvement, wherever there is a room of change or improvement, I work upon that. And I transform myself to the better version of myself. See, when we talk about transformation, it can go in the plus or positive or negative side, both, right? But here I'm talking about transforming into better version, superior version of myself. That's the journey of self-discovery, and that's the journey of spirituality that yoga teaches me. So, a simple example, another example that I can give you, Shushasana is an advanced posture. Okay. And there are do's and don'ts that not everybody can follow. But here is a very simple exercise which is known as Balasana or Shashankasan. If some of you are practicing, or even if you are not practicing, you just scroll down on the Google, or nowadays everybody knows the simple and basic Yogasana with some reason. Maybe we are celebrating Yoga Day every year. Maybe we are, in schools, it is being promoted. It is being promoted from last 2 decades like never before. That's the beauty. I'm very happy about it by being a yoga teacher, right? So what happens? There is a simple pose which is known as child pose, where what you do, you get into a thunderbolt or Vajrasan and lie down on the floor. Okay, so when you lie down, you lie down on the floor, you just stretch your arms out and drop down your head and allow your head to rest on the floor. In this posture, simply just for your understanding, when we do it this way, your heart and mind are closer to each other. Then I tell people to breathe in and breathe out and be present in the moment and close your eyes and feel the journey of your breath. The moment I say, feel the journey of your breath, my clients, those who are practicing yoga, they just start feeling the journey. They just delve within themselves. They inhale and exhale and they start feeling the journey. Right at that moment, when your heart and mind are closer, they are in sync with each other. They are in sync with each other. They are listening to each other. There are emotional people in the world. They listen to their heart more than the mind, right? And there are people who are more practical. Those who are considered more practical, they listen to their mind more than their heart. Yes, this is the common belief for all of us. So, but a perfect balanced person is one who make perfect balance between the mind and heart. Okay, so in the simple posture, when your mind and heart are closer, you are inhaling and exhaling, and you are just focused at your breath, you are being present in the moment, nothing can come over, and you are in perfect sync and in perfect balance with each other. Okay, so you are in perfect sync with each other. You are the best version of yourself. You are the best version of yourself because your mind and heart. See, these are the weaker points we have. When we listen to your mind more, you are more practical. You are not emotional. You are not considered emotional. When you are listening to your heart more, then you are more emotional, or people consider you an emotional fool. That's true also, right? So, but in this simple posture in Shashankasan or Balasana, when I hold it this and I just narrate it, I just demonstrate my client to follow this simple posture. They're in sync with their mind and heart, and they have the perfect balance between the mind and heart. They are more better version of themselves. They are better at making decisions about their life. Okay. So that was a simple example, and that's how I discovered that how it is making change in life. Those who are, I just started my yoga teaching journey during COVID. It was, out of, you can say that there was no scope of going out, and I started teaching people through online sessions, and people all across the globe. I have overseas client in every part of the world, and I have healed many people and with some serious disease and with some special heart condition also. And one of them is an amazing example. Very quickly, I would like to share. The gentleman is at the age of 62, dreamt of going Mount Everest base camp, and his medical reports are required. Right before 3 months before this trip, the doctor suggested your lungs are not functioning properly, so you are not advised to go. Then he came to know someone recommended me, and then we started this online yoga sessions, pranayam, with him. In 3 months' time, he felt he was totally a non-yoga person. He never believed that yoga can make any difference to the life. But that gentleman managed to go with the team of people, and in 9-10 days it took him to reach there. And there in that same group there was a guy of age 41, very physically and strongly built. He used to go to the marathon, but his lungs, his oxygen level started dropping down, and they had to send him back with the chopper. This gentleman at the age of 62, who was advised not to go to the Everest base camp, he managed to make it. And the day he managed to make it, he didn't call his family. There was no network. Of course, when he came back to the Lukla and then to the Nepal, he called me from the hotel. Anu, we did it. I said, yes, you did it. You are not listening to me. We did it. I said, yes, you and the whole group, the troop did it. He said, no, Anu, you and I together in this. And I said, you, I, and yoga did this. So that is the journey, So the gentleman now, again, this year itself, he made it to some other peak, which is in Colombo, Adams Peak, which is highest in Colombo also. Recently, again, he came back to me. And he said, Anu, let's do it. And we did it for a month, that too online, because he is like a global citizen. He travels all across and sometimes through the hotel, and he make every possible way to reach out to me. So that's the beauty of yoga pranayam. That's the beauty of yoga pranayam and journey of self-discovery. Excelling, getting rid of your fear. It was not just the yoga and pranayam that helped to recover his lungs. Maybe his lungs is still as it is. Because at the age of 62, you all know, you all are, I can see many of you are very learned people. I am not doctor, I'm just a graduate and PG diploma and just 200 holder TTC. So I'm not as learned as you people are. So you know it very well, you understand it very well. With age, your lungs stop functioning the way it used to be. Okay, somehow it deteriorates. It is not at we all have to accept this fact. Okay, the kind of life we are living, the lifestyle we have, our hearts and lungs cannot function like a 30 or 40-year-old when you are 62. You are 62, right? So it was about getting rid of your fear, knowing yourself, transforming yourself, self-belief. Everything was connected there. I will call it self-discovery. I would call it spiritual journey. So never ever you deal or connect it with your religious belief. Religious belief, sir, I have all the respect for all the religion in the world, but please don't connect it with the your spiritual journey. Spiritual journey is total a different path. Okay. And one last point that I would like to add here is every individual is different. Knowing yourself, your spiritual journey, your behavior, transforming yourself is better, becoming your better version is good, but don't compare yourself with anyone else. Embrace who you are. Knowing yourself, the self-discovery journey is about knowing ourselves, working on our, okay, these are the shortcomings, okay, these are the traits I need to work. But don't change yourself and don't copy anyone or don't try to become like someone else. I am Anu because I am Anu. He is Dr. Betkar because he is Dr. Betkar. We cannot replace each other. I cannot be him. He cannot be me. Okay. Impressing yourself, knowing yourself. That's the journey. Thank you, Dr. Prashant. I was so engrossed in talking about my topic that there were many times that I saw a message. Sorry, everyone, those who sent me message, I couldn't revert. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your compliments that you liked my presentation. Thank you so much. So the last point was that everyone's spiritual journey is different. It varies person to person. So go discover that, listen to your breath, find a good yoga teacher, and then go to the places like in fresh air where you can breathe in, breathe out, and you can do the mantra chanting, you can do in the group, in the community. So it enhances the power, the energy when you do practice it in a group with the like-minded people. And even if there is no, if someone is not like-minded, just make him into do. Okay, let's do it now. Let's do. He himself will join you after a while when he or she will start seeing the change in themselves. So that's it for today. And I can see many hands raised. So we'll have to address one by one to all of them. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. It's a wonderful presentation you have made here.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry that I was not aware that I had to prepare the presentation. I just thought it's a talk show. So I mean,
Now I request all the participants.
okay. So maybe next time I'll present, I'll come with the PPT, but this time I was totally new. And thank you for accepting it just as a speaker, not with the, I mean, as a you didn't make it a mandatory. So that is also needed. I mean,
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Now it's the time for discussion, I request all dear participants, if you would like to share something or discuss with keynote speaker, please come on. Dear participants.
Good evening, ma'am,
Good evening, sir.
and all of you. Thank you, Honorable Principal Dr. M M Betkar, sir, Prashant Togade, sir, Dr. Prakash Karad, sir, and all organizing committee members. Thank you so much, ma'am. Today's topic is very good. This lecture is very beneficial and fruitful for all participants. Your lecture is very informative, knowledgeable, and excellent session. You have made wonderful and excellent presentation, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love the participation, sir. I must say, it's very hard after a hard day. I mean, everybody works so hard, and after a hard day, joining such presentation. But from your side, I mean, good participation, and throughout the session, everybody was there and appreciating it. It means that they were engaged in it. It was.
I have some question, ma'am.
Yeah, sir. Please. Please.
How to do spiritual yoga? This is the first question. And second question is, what are the benefits of yoga?
Okay. So there are n number of benefits of yoga. I'll come to the second question first. Shall I?
Okay. Yes, madam, please answer his questions.
Yeah. So the thing is, there are n number of benefits with yoga. So my personal experience, I have healed, someone who had that sleep disorder, who was on pills for good 7 years. With yoga and pranayam, he was healed. He is off pills, and he is 4th stage cancer survivor in US, Ohio. Someday he's also very good speaker, and he's a cancer survivor. Sir, I would recommend him. I mean, sir, you should also invite him at times. He's a very well-learned person. And then sciatica, doctor advised a lady to go through the surgery. Through the normal basic online yoga practice, she was totally healed. So these are the physical thing that I myself have experienced. So it has a number of benefits. It calms down your mind, your stress level. Like if you practice Nadi Shodhan or Anulom Vilom with proper technique for 20 minutes, you can test. You can immediately see the change. It brings down your BP. If you have hypertension. So, I mean, we cannot talk it. This whole night will be a short time to discuss the benefit of yoga. So one should adapt, one should learn, if not daily, thrice a week. And there are different variations of yoga nowadays, office chair yoga, pranayam, different variations. The way lifestyle has changed, yoga has also evolved. Okay. Now, spirituality. Throughout the session, I was talking about the spirituality. Spirituality is nothing but the self-discovery, knowing yourself. If everybody, each one of us start discovering ourselves through yoga and meditation and pranayam, through the breath work. So what happens when we do yoga, when we do pranayam, and when we do this meditation all together, we learn to present in the moment. We are calm, we are at peace and tranquility. So then we delve within ourselves, we learn to know about ourselves, and we become better version of ourselves. And this practice, if followed by each one of us on this planet, and we become the better version. So that's the journey of self-discovery, and that's spirituality. Spirituality is nothing, just the journey of knowing yourself better and becoming the better version of yourself.
I think that your explanation is very wonderful and excellent. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Most welcome, sir. I am really happy and I'm really grateful by seeing the responses of all of you. And yes, many people have, liked the sessions. Thank you so much.
Pujya,
Thank you,
Pujya
Prashant Ogade
Ali,
sir
sir.
and Honorable Principal Dr. M M Betkar sir.
Yeah, thank
You
you
are
so much,
welcome,
sir.
sir. You are most welcome. Uh, again, Pujap Singh Ali, sir. Please. Pujap Ali, sir.
Hello, good evening, sir. Very Prashant, sir, and good evening, ma'am. Wonderful presentation you have made about the yoga and sensitize us about the yoga. Yes, definitely, it is not a new subject for us, but some of us maybe we are practicing also, like Surya Namaskara and Pranayama is also part of yoga.
Right.
So definitely, what you have emphasized is it increases the spirituality. It increases the spirituality. So I think we should go beyond that, the religion and other aspect, but it goes touches to that level of what we can say spirituality. So wonderful explanation what you had given. I remember some of my patients, I'm telling them to go for yoga, and especially the Surya Namaskara, especially to improve the concentration and memory for the students. And then PCOD and PCOS, these are the problems coming, and I insist those girls to go for yoga, especially for yoga, and Anulom Vilom for sinusitis, and you are having when they are having deviated nasal septum and several migraine, even migraine. So I'm insisting them for this, and it has a wonderful impact. So it is not just a part of our a kind of exercise or getting a balance between physics, mind, and spirit, but I think it is more than that. So if we are practicing yoga, the diseases will not approach us. So thank you very much for a wonderful presentation. Only my question is, that yoga is not every yoga is not suitable for everyone. So that kind of that has to be emphasized, because people are going with the motivation and enthusiasm with the yoga nowadays, and the Ramdev Baba is a boost for them. And they early morning they sit in front of television and they start doing some kind of yoga. And I had seen number of people got suffering with the sleep disc and other complaints. So please focus on this aspect, that how we can protect ourselves. While doing yoga, also there is sometimes there is a possibility that you may get some kind of problems in you. So how to work out on this aspect. Thank you very much, ma'am. Otherwise, your presentation was really wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Like you are also a doctor, so you know it better. Not every medicine is meant for everyone. You have beautifully explained it that not every yoga is meant for everyone. So it is always advised to go to a learned, a certified teacher. Don't follow YouTube, don't follow TV, because that's the general thing that they are teaching. Yoga is that beautiful. It's an ancient science. Again, I'll take some moment, please. So yoga is that beautiful that we believe that human anatomy varies for male and female. Some asanas are different. So there are few asanas that can be done female more efficiently than male. Then anatomy varies. Someone has long hand like mine. For me, some asanas are easier to perform than the others. We consider that also. It's not just the who should do who or what or not. So we just keep everything in our mind. We know when to do high BP wala pranayam, when to do the low BP wala, and we advise accordingly. But just be mindful, like not every medicine is meant for everything. You cannot go to the surgeon for you cannot go for a general physician for broken leg, right? The same thing happens. If you have to go, you need to go to the specialist. So similarly, go to the certified teachers, those who can address your issues well. Very well pointed out, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Welcome, sir.
Katre Rajeshwar, sir. Please.
Good evening, ma'am. I read the books of Swami Vivekananda, that Raj Yoga. I have also gone through that. Through that, I have learned only focusing on the breathing in and out, so that I can get the calmness, and I can reduce the thoughts on the whatever going on outside and inside me. So, can you tell more about the Raj Yoga meditation, how it can reach to know more about ourselves?
See, sir, the book you are referring, and I am not into only pranayam and meditation. I just do all the thing, and I have done the physiotherapy also with Rajasthan team, Rajasthan Royals, for pain management also. So I might not be the right person to answer your question because the book you are referring I have not read. But I tell you, the kind of lifestyle we have, you should include yoga and pranayam and then mindfulness to it. The combination of this will give you the best result, because maybe when Swamiji wrote this book, the story of today is not that relatable. Okay, so nothing against him. I mean, with all due respect, I would say that you should include this practical thing in your life also, because it's just yoga is not just about. It is also about diet. When we talk about the 8 limbs of, you must have read, if you have read about yoga, then there are 8 limbs of yoga, ahar, vihar, and everything. Ahar is the first thing, the diet. Your diet controls your mind also. Swamiji must have written something about it also. So you have to include everything in your thing. Then only you will get the best result.
Yeah, everything is there, ma'am. It is about ahar, that
Yes,
is about
ahar,
that
vihar,
also.
pratyahar,
Yeah,
right.
dhyan, dharana, pratyahar, everything is there. But yeah,
See, the thing is, there were things that you cannot be fine. I mean, you must be into corporate life or must be practicing something. The world today is very different than it used to be earlier, right? Even few decades, if you go back like 20 years, bhi chale gaye, those who are born in 80s can see a significant change in the world of today, can't you? Now, sir was talking about the PCOD, PCOS. That was not very common 20 years ago, which is very common. Every third person out of 5 has this thing, thyroid, because of the lifestyle, the food that we eat. So only one thing will not help, Katre sir. You have to combine it all. You have to focus on your diet. You have to be mindful. You have to do yoga. You have to do some walking also, and then you have to include pranayam into it. Then only it works. Neither you are a yogi that you can devote yourself totally into this. Are you a yogi? No, you have a 9 to 5 job. You have a family to, take care of, right? Agree or not?
Ma'am,
yes, I'm agree, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Welcome. Yeah, yes, sir. Vishnu Kanji, बोलिए.
Madam, my question is which yoga reduce children's stress?
Every pranayam reduces their stress, especially the Anulom Vilom. And for children, I would advise that Tadasan, Vrikshasana, one leg balancing. One leg balancing has a number of benefits. If you practice it today, you will have benefits in longer term as well. So when children practice this Tadasan, they learn to focus. When they learn one leg balancing, they learn to focus. And they learn to be present in themselves, present in the moment. And then they should do some Bhramri Pranayam. Then they should the child pose, the Shashankasan, and the guided meditation. And there is a YouTube channel about cosmic yoga, where a woman very funnily, very interestingly, I liked the video very much. I myself a yoga teacher and promoting someone else, you see. So you should, because that was very entertaining. So I found if you follow that kind of yoga, then only children will be, seduced to go for such yoga. Otherwise, it is very hard to make them sit and do yoga, right?
Thank you, madam.
Yeah, most welcome.
Thank you.
More questions? Any questions? Sanya, say, some Sanya is raising her hand. I think Sanya Sayyad.
Hello.
Hi, Sanya.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
yes.
Hi, ma'am. Am I audible? Okay. So I have a query.
Yeah, please go ahead.
I just wanted to ask you that your student also joined this, and you really conducted the today's session very well.
Thank you.
I just wanted to. I just have a request for you that in our hectic schedule, we gain a lot of stress the whole day. So can you just help us and show a way of meditation that effectively works to reduce stress?
Okay, so meditation is not something that you can simply just sit down and get into the mood of meditation. Few breathing practices, few breathing, just calm down, sit at a very calm pace if you can manage to, or lie down, turn off the lights. And there are many guided mindfulness there on YouTube, audio are available. You can simply lie down, relax, and follow the guided meditations, and that will help you. And start practicing and focusing on your breath. Sit down. You don't need any extra, you don't go by technicality. Just loosen yourself, loosen all your muscles, sit at calm place and start observing your thoughts at first and become aware of your thoughts. Okay. So what I mean, in one line, the meditation at the end of meditation, guided meditation, that's the mantra that I follow. What we do, we try to push away our thoughts, our negative emotions, the things that we fear, right or not? जो चीज मुझे डरा रही है, anything, what if it happens, what if that happens, those fear or anything that is troubling me, I try to push it away. That's what we do. That's what we all human have the tendency to do, right? Here, don't try to push it. Just be in harmony with that thought. At that moment, just listen and just stay focused. Learn about your struggles, learn about your fear, and be in harmony with that. Repeatedly, you have to convey your mind that, okay, be in harmony with your emotions and thoughts. Get into the mood of that, and then you start any guided meditation audio. Number of meditation wala audio is available on YouTube. So if you start searching, there are a number of it, and all of them are good. I won't say this one is good, that one is bad. Whatever suits you the best, go for it. Okay?
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am.
Most welcome, most welcome.
Madam, let me ask one question that
Yes,
whether there are some side effects of spiritual yoga.
So if not done correctly and overdose, see, sir, what I believe, I'm not well learned. I have not received that, I'm not at very high. What I believe, I am just a common person leading a practical life. I have a family to take care of. I have a job to do, right? So I have to make balance out of these two. Now, Prashant sir, you also have a 9 to 5 job. ये कहने की बात है, 9 to 5 job किसी का नहीं है. 12-13 घंटे 16 घंटे काम करते हैं हम, right? At least we people in Mumbai or any small town, see that you all are doctor, you all are professor, you are all intellectual people. Your brain work, it's not the manual thing. Always do na. Now, if you start getting into spirituality, discovery and all, and you will spend like good 5-6 hours of the day, do you think it's practical? Will your family, what will they? They will eat up your brain. They will kill me for suggesting you to follow this path, right? There should be a balance for a common man like you and me, sir. Right? We cannot, devote ourselves totally. There are some designated hour of the day that I can do this, that much, right? So there is no side effect, but you have to choose. Either you go for this life or you become a saint. But you cannot choose to be in this life and go for hours into meditation and totally into that and non-violence. Is this practical? So that's the side effect. People just get carried away. And the families, they run after them. Ye kya kar rahe ho, bhai? This should not be the case, right?
Okay, madam, I totally agree with you. Really, nicely answered. Thank you so much. Anybody else from the participants?
I really
Okay.
am thankful. There are many, hats off, thumbs up, and many notes that I didn't revert by names. But thank you so much, everyone, that you liked, you participated, and you engaged yourself.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Devidas Kendre sir, Dr. Swami Shukla sir, Katre sir, Honorable Vishwakant sir, and Sania ma'am for your nice questions.
He is asking for feedback link. I have not created any, but you can connect with me on Sir Betkar sir. Please share my YouTube, my LinkedIn profile. So my LinkedIn profile has everything there. You can book a session also. Not necessarily that you have to book session always, but you can connect with me on Messenger and all other app. I will be happy to help you always.
That will be more effective, madam. If we are working to you by practically or showing yoga and doing that there, it will be more practice for us that we will do every day this exercise follow in our life. So thank you so much. Now I request the chief organizer of an international conference, our ideal principal, Dr. M M Betkar sir, to conclude the session. Please welcome.
Thank you, Prashant sir, and today's resource person, Anand madam, who is founder of Anuyog, Mumbai, Maharashtra. We just listened from her yoga, a spiritual practice. As she have said that this is the first time she is speaking on spiritual part of this yoga, but we enjoyed this session because yoga while practicing it, the theory part should be known to us, and it was very nicely presented by you. You are founder of Anuyog, life coach, empowering corporate leader, self-awareness coach, yoga meditation coach, instructor, ex Mrs. Thane and Mrs. Thyra India Galaxy. So very great achievement by you. We are proud of you that this type of achievement, keeping ourselves in that way, it's very hard. But you have created this one. You also the yoga demonstrator with demonstrated history of working in the health, wellness and fitness industry. You are skilled in Ashtanga yoga, corporate yoga, stress management, therapeutic yoga, mindfulness, acupressure, physiotherapy, pain management and pregnant wellness. So all these are very useful to everyone in everyday day life. Also you are coach of that team Rajasthan. You have said that
Yeah. I did the pain management wala physiotherapy course with Team Rajasthan Royals. Yes.
Very nice. So, with your examples, those who have benefited by you, it's very great thing is that a person of 62 age can climb the Everest with your support and with your practice. So, your online classes, which are started in that corona period, they are
Yes.
helping to today also to all the persons those who are in connection with you. I share this profile all the participants those who are here and those are not present but they are in the group also. You are strongly community and social service connect through your women empowerment wing of Thane. And for your kind information, this series have awarded with Asia Book of Records, International Book of Records and India Book of Records. It is specially for women empowerment series last year we are conducting. So you are also working with the same theme of women empowerment and being a part of this you are supported this women empowerment series also. And you are also a chapter of Interville, part of Rotary Club, which is international social engagement of Thane. And then you are creating awareness about women welfare schemes under central government, supporting CSR initiatives by distributing books and food for the underprivileged children. So it's also the social aspect by you we are knowing today. And you are also winner of Mrs. Thyria Galaxy 2017 in top 15 qualifier of the Mrs. Top of the World 2017. Also awarded People's Choice Award and Mrs. Solicite as a you are jury member of the beauty pageant and fashion show. So much dimensions of your career we have listened through you. And thank you for accepting our invitation. You are being the part of this our webinar family now. Whenever you want to discuss someone, you have share someone to us, you are always welcome. Thank you, ma'am. We enjoyed this today's session with new dimension as a spirituality. I am thankful to all, including Prashant sir and all those who I have discussed here, Dr. Swanand Shukla sir, Dr. Kendriya sir, Katre sir, all these things. Now we express vote of thanks. Our Prashant sir will express this. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Most welcome. The pleasures are all mine, and I'm always there to help you. Whenever you need me, I'm just a call away, sir. I'll be happy to join the webinar.
Thank you, sir. Really, it was a very wonderful topic for today's session, that is yoga, which is relevant to everybody's life. Only yoga is the practice or the meditation that makes you all physically, mentally, and spiritually fit. Then if our health is fit, our body is maintaining that comfort, then definitely we will be happy in our life, because it is the only one side. If you are making practice to your body, or then you will be happy. Nothing more is required to the health. So the topic was new, and it was a very essential, madam, to everybody's life. Yoga is spiritual practice. Many of you express new things, spiritual practice. As our principal sir have said, now this was the new topic, the things you brought in front of us. Not only you explain the lecture, but practically some yogas you said, you showed also. Not only you explain the practice of yoga, but the deep philosophy of the yoga you brought here. We understood it, and the relationship between the yoga and the spirituality, you talked upon this view also. So thank you so much on behalf of the organizing committee members. I also thank the chief organizer of an international conference, Dr. M M Betkar sir, especially these personality from the participants, Dr. Devidas Kendre sir, Swan Shukla sir, Katre sir, Vishnukant sir, Sania ma'am, have nicely interaction with the keynote speaker, Anand ma'am. So really we are very happy, madam, to listen your lecture in the session today. And we request you, again, you come with new topic regarding the same yoga, and with the PPT, then we will be more happy to listen you. So thank you so much again to all my dear participants who joined the session. Kindly, I request you all, please fill the feedback link which is given in the chat box. So, kind permission of chief organizer, I declare today's session is over. Thank you once again, Anu ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Pleasures are all mine. Happy to connect with you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Namaskar ji, sir. Namaskar ji. Thank you. Thank you for your nice feedback. I hope I did justice with the topic.
Good night. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. On this note, I'm just leaving now. I have some other commitments also. So see you in next session. Bye. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Bye.